Good moment. Hello. We are just gonna pull some tarot cards here and see what Jehovah wants to bring out for a message this morning. And he's very much here, very much spitting cards out already as I warm up. And so we're just gonna see what comes out. This Kingdom collective reading, Lord, today. What is going on? I feel it. Something that just kind of just needs to come up and open to the surface here. Page of Cups is our first card there. Up and open to the surface, or surface, but service came out. To do themselves a service, to rip off the truth and communicate with what needs to be said. Page of Cups here. So this is like an emotional message. This is a spy. But internally, as we go upon this journey of self, it's this inner boy and this inner girl meeting, and they're finally coming together. So this little tiny baby star is being born on the inside of you, ready and getting this potential energy to activate, to paradigm shift up the tower into the big star. But there's definitely spying here going on in the 3D. There's definite a need to say something, a need for it to come to death's surface and die off. The truth needs to be said, the communication needs to be accepted, it just needs to be ripped off so things can move forward. If your inner boy and your inner girl are coming together out of love, then it's only going to move forward in love. It can't hold you back. And if you're driving your chariot, your inner children, all the way to your kings and queens, and your hands on the plow and you're still looking in the review mirror, your butt ain't fit for the service in the kingdom of heaven. So do you see how he said surface and service at the same time, rising above here and being able to communicate with yourself will give you that faith insurance as you rise above to be able to communicate with others on the outside as well. And this is so important because the number one human condition is to be heard and to be understood. And if you are going to be communicating, did you know that out of the 100% of communication, only 7% of it is verbal? 40% of it is internal thoughts, and then 53% of it is body language. But we don't get to hold that body language with ourselves. We get to see it with our others. But you, out of that 93%, that's all you, 222, in this balance that you have to have. So if you're 93% working in your favor towards communication, you will only therefore gain the gifts to be able to have that 93% to be able to reciprocate the next communication in 3D versus the 5D. That's beautiful. There's positive communication moving forward either way with self and with someone who Mercury retrograde's obviously bringing back for you. Otherwise, they wouldn't show up positively. It wouldn't show up as a message of love or a spy or someone that just needs to come clean, I feel. Come clean. Look at this. 21. Here's the world. And your butt is sitting on the beach because you knew it. You knew it all along. You knew it all along. That's how that you could feel about yourself. You knew it all along that that's how they felt. Your veil has been lifted much sooner, 311. This is very much twin flame. Yeah, this divine feminine energy here, But here's this inner boy coming in. It's this masculine power coming to meet this Empress. And this is Empress because this is 21. This is how the whole world is going to start all over again because mamas and divine feminines make the world go round. However, if we're going to take that 21 and root it back, 333, because good things are coming, 333. 2 plus 1 is 3, and we have 333 there. 4 3s to give us that confirmation. You will have power of your cups and how you feel about yourself. That Empress energy is there because 21 roots back to 3. Okay, that's beautiful. The inside of yourself is coming towards you. Have this complete divine union. You're ready to move forward on water and land. You already survived the 40 days and the 40 nights. Yeah, dark night of the soul is here. I hear that. Okay. I hear that big time, and that could be that masculine energy wanting to come in and present itself to the Empress here. 411, there's that 4 of Wands. We saw 4 of 3s, so 4 of 3s is going to give us that 4 of Cups. Well, then if we're loading the arc 2 by 2, then we would have to have 4 of Wands on the back side of it. That is so absolutely beautiful. And 4 of Wands brings us that happy home, that stability, that security, that absolute twin flame card. That's beautiful. Lord, what else is here with this Page of Cups and this masculine wanting to return to the Empress and say, you know what, you're my world. You've been my world since the first day I met you. You make me feel like I'm flying as the hat is thrown there. You know, there's a lot of time that you guys probably spent on the beach or somewhere, at least sitting down on the ground. There's picnic blankets there. Look at it's just everything is popping out here. I mean, even this card there by the water, you know, you both ground each other. You both bring that balance. Even if the emotions were toxic inside at one point, your souls still felt so at home versus what your flesh would feel like, because that's also part of this communication that needs to happen. 511 there is our spirit is trafficked within inside of our flesh scientific test tube here. And if our flesh is against our spirit, it will not communicate with us. We have to learn how to befriend our spirit. And this is where the true victim versus alpha ownership paradigm comes in, because you have to realize that you have a victim and that you got to tell that victim to sit its ass in the corner and go sit down somewhere until it can behave. Because you don't want to be presenting yourself with this energy operating out of your victim. So you must learn how to communicate with yourself before you can take ownership and operate out of your true self here. Instead of your self-harm behaviors, you'll be operating out of your true self behaviors. And that's beautiful, because all that's going to bring continually, 555 right there, is that divine union, that Hierophant energy for yourself to be projected towards the outside, as we're made in this image here. And it's only going to bring good things forward, because we saw that big 3 overall. If we have Page of Cups here, that's also 11 of threes. 611, shut up, an inner boy and inner girl, 611, that lovers, look at, he's already giving this ascension. This divine feminine has really stepped into union, and she's made that lover's decision. But now she used to be the chaser. We saw that victim alpha paradigm, right? Well, how is that any different than the narcissist empath paradigm principles? This empath said, no, you're a narcissist. This alpha said, no, you're the victim. I'm not going to be the victim. I'm not going to be the narcissist anymore. I need to heal myself. And then now, because of this change, because of this operation of moving this forward, the masculine is really feeling the push and pull to come home. Let's see this card here. Oh my gosh, King of Swords. See, King of Swords right here. His inner boy is calling himself to come and say the truth and be strong in it and be able to speak these messages to the boo-boos that were there. I'm so sorry I hurt you, my Empress. 711, I am so sorry you are my queen. I am so sorry you are my whole world, and I'm going to stand up in the truth, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And I know it might hurt, but this is what I've got. My armor is on of God. I'm able to move forward in the right direction, and I want to continue moving forward in the world for you, giving you these messages of love. I don't want to have to spy on you anymore. I mean, look at, he's standing right there in front of a window, in front of a portal, and saying, look, I'm in the dark right now, but when I go outside and I say the truth, I'm going to be able to go meet her and sit down with her again by the picnic blanket. Isn't that beautiful? My gosh, that house of communication is definitely here. Mercury is here for sure. And it's just bringing back what has always belonged. What has always belonged, no matter the ego that got in the way. There is no ego here. It's 2s and 3s and 3s against 2s, right? With our Luke 12:49, not peace but division. This has always been what it was supposed to be. This was destined. This is yours, and this is why it continues to come back. 811, and now that the Empress has healed, it's moving forward to bring Adam back to the electron, to bring Adam back to Eve. That's so beautiful. Lord, let's do this card here. Let's do this Page of Cups card. Let's clarify this Page of Cups card. The Magician. I love it so much. This is this next step after the Fool, after someone has realized their truths, which is the wands to the boo-boos here, the wounds. And then the Sword comes in, the truth, able to bring in that water, that Page of Cups, to cleanse their own flood. And instead of a master manipulator, they now have had that paradigm shift where they were like, oh shit, I was a narcissist and she was an empath. Oh shit, I was my victim, but she was the alpha of her own victim. There's all these different switches that we could turn on and off, but the best switch now is this beautiful power to manifest properly. This has been manifested since the very, very, very beginning. Magician also brings in that Gemini energy, that Mercury, that house of communication again. Mercury retrograde is bringing everything back that's always been yours. I love that so much. Lord, let's do this World card. And look at, we have 21 to 1 right here, the whole new cycle. But there's that Fool in between, that overall left, that overall star, that overall brand new eye. I love that so much. The eye of creation is for you, and you are the eye of it. You are the magical magician to have everything that you can behold for yourself. Lord, that World card there with that Empress root. And it's mutual. It's mutual. Look at that. Look at how that card just fell right over that, guys. That is a negative Knight of Pentacles. It is mutually being manifested. This Empress has manifested this recommunication for so long, and she can feel it. She knows that this apology will be coming in. If we have Page of Cups there, the 11 of Threes, and also if we're reflecting 2 by 2, then we would have to have the 11 of Wands, right? So that Page of Wands is also there deep inside. We just have to divide it one more time. And that Page of Wands is there to return and say, look, I love you. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm spying on you. There's telepathic messages here, because it's all about communication and the masculine needing to move forward. And the Knight of Pentacles is in the negative. It's his. It just can't be accepted yet. It keeps refracting back because the powers have not been transmuted all the way. But when this magician can figure out the way to come in and communicate to this Empress who's living on her own peaceful island here, that Knight of Pentacles is going to come in, and he's going to say, look, I'm a King of Swords, but I'm earning 2 by 2 again, Swords to Pentacles, my worth, and this is what I have to offer you. And what's coming after the Knight? The Queen and the King. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Emperor and the Empress energy to make that home stable and secure within that 4 of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. 1111. 4 Wands. 1111. Shut up, Lord. Oh my gosh, I love you. I love you so much, Lord. My gosh. Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. There's still, you know, swords is a lot of intimidation here. And so until the communication can be risen above and be able to move forward with positive intentions and love and being open and honest and understanding, this magician is still a little bit intimidated, because this whole time he's only tried to provide for himself. He was very selfish about his money, his work, his career, everything that he wanted as a master manipulator. But then the right woman came along and changed the devil. And now he's moving forward and saying, look, this is everything that she deserves in the world. She deserves everything that I can offer her, but I have to offer it to self first. I have to be able to communicate with myself first before I can offer it to her. Lord, let's do that King of Wands, or excuse me, King of Swords card, but I said King of Wands. Yeah, see, that old ego is trying to slip back in, and it keeps him intimidated. But he's starting to understand, look, I have all this powerful manifesting energy, and there's no room in the future for my past. There's no room because I need her there. King of Swords, Lord. These two right here. Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords and Knight of Swords. You are joking me, Lord. And I pulled those at 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ultimate ascension and descension to keep this happy home going, because the world goes round. Look at this. Look at, if he's a Knight of Pentacles, he still has to be representing in the back door, right? The back side of this 2 by 2. So here's this Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. He is working up the confidence to come in and say, look, this is why I was hurt. I was a victim. This is what has happened. And now let's rip off the truth. The spiritual boo-boos are going to be gone, and I'm going to be able to take care of them because I recognize my worth now. You've always seen my worth, and now I get to see you as how I've always wanted to see you, because you've taught me how to see myself. You've shown me in our mirror how to love and respect myself. You have always been so respectable and honorable towards him, Empress. You have always been that love, just like Jesus is, and forgiven him always. That's absolutely so beautiful. So here he is trying to come in and say, I want my Queen of Swords. I know she is truthful. I know she's consistent. It's a negative because it has yet to be accepted, right? But look at, here's the King and Queen, and 2 by 2, we're bringing in that Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. The hard work is already done, and Mercury retrograde is bringing this home back. Oh my gosh. The harvest is always worth the wait. This is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This has been so incredibly manifested, and now it's just time. It is just time. The whole world is here for your taking. The King and Queen of Swords to stand together in the truth. 2 twin flames that come together. 1411, shut up. One whole body on this one side of the inside wheel with this happy home. 4 and 11, 4 of Wands. We're still seeing over and over. 2 twin flames to come together in the truth and to heal and then move forward in love within these messages of love and the cups here, to move forward with their worth. They both have added tax, and they're both willing to pay for it. Just like Hosea, I see now. Hosea, this beautiful, merciful story of love, and no matter what his wife did, she was a prostitute. Not saying that this is prostitution here, but Get what I'm saying? No matter what each other have done, there's unconditional love. And they're saying, this masculine, no matter what you're going through, I'll pay for it. No matter what you need, I'll provide for you. No matter what it is that you need, it's you, Empress, because you loved me at the times where I could not love you correctly. You loved me when I couldn't even love myself. How beautiful. So beautiful. Let's see the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords. See, this Knight of Swords, this is exactly where this masculine, this runner turned chaser, this emperor is at. He has so much anxiety about coming forward, but we saw he has not yet made that decision, but he wants to, and he will, because God is giving him the permission. He would not make him this powerful manifester. This is very, very equal telepathy as well. They are both thinking about each other. They both know that this is the person for them. Okay, it has always been them. I love that so much. One more, he says. Page of Wands. You are joking me, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for that confirmation. Yep, they're going to come in. He's just figuring out the intimidation because he knows that you're going to rock his socks with the truth. You're going to rip him open a new asshole, and he's just going to sit there and take it because it's just what he needs to hear. He knows that you have always been that saving grace for him from the very, very, very beginning. One more. 4 of Pentacles. Lord, oh my gosh, you will both gain control of your worth and able to invest inside and outside with each other separately and each other together to do the world. These twin flames are coming together to heal each other and move on to heal the planet. However, 4 of 4s means we also have 4 of 2s. So they're going to have this mental truce. You guys are going to be able to communicate and come to it to move forward and to be able to say, okay, we're on the same page. Let's move forward. This is what we're going to do. Your emotions matter to me, but we need to learn how to talk about them because, honey, I'm not against your spirit. I'm just against your flesh. Your flesh is against my flesh. And then that ego comes in and our emotions, but we have to keep it in with our true self behaviors and not our self-harm behaviors. Also, if we reflect this back from the very beginning, we're also going to have 411 here. 4 of Wands. We would have to at the very, very beginning. 4 of Wands. And now we're going to bump up to that 4 of 3s, which we have already seen because that would be a missed opportunity in the very, very back. It's everything is returning to the way that it should be, and 4 of 4s is there. I absolutely love that. That 4 of 4s brings in by way of gematria 16, and 16 equals all of our kings and our queens, our happy pyramid to build on up so we can completely see through as the star that we are. I love that so much. There's one more card, he said. One more card, and then I think we're going to call it a reading. Let's see what this card is. 10 of Pentacles. See? Yep. Things ended for a reason, but then look at this. You're going to be able to come together, have the home you always wanted on the inside and the outside. You're going to be able to sit there. You're going to be so old in your flesh that you're not going to be able to put your ass back down on the ground on the picnic blanket. So he's going to build you a bench, and he's going to sit there. Your children are going to come around. These are those Knights of Swords, those Knights of Pentacles right there. They're hanging around, and he is just desiring to come in and say something. Come in and say the truth. Lord, one more. This is the 5th card. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, 5 cards total, and then we're done. That 10 of Pentacles, all this opportunity, this potential energy to move forward. This is beautiful because it just is supposed to return what was lost. Heaven on earth is found, and you're making heaven crowded on the inside as you see that what has always belonged to you is continuing to come back to fill your world over and over and over. I love it so much. Last card. 3 of Swords in the negative. 3 of Swords in the negative. It's time to just accept what has hurt us beforehand. This is what this masculine is going through. I see. Because he couldn't get over his victimology, things had to end beforehand. But this came out positive. And this is being refracted back because he still is just working through that intimidation. He's going to be returning. I love it so much. Have a wonderful day. Woundsintolight. Love you.